Hey there, and welcome back. Doug Bernard with you from the VOA Newsroom. Well, we're starting the first download of this new week with a very fluid and troubling situation in Zimbabwe. Trouble's nothing new there, unfortunately, and for the moment, only getting worse. Footage of opposition leader Morgan Tsvangirai here announcing this weekend he's pulling out of the presidential election. Now, Mr. Tsvangirai granted refuge at the Dutch embassy in Harare, following renewed raids on his offices, worries about assassination as well. His weekend announcement.
We in the MDC have resolved that we will no longer participate in this violent, illegitimate sham of an election process.
The list of atrocities alleged against the Mugabe government long. Opponents, notably in rural areas, subject to arson, beatings, intimidation, and murder. The MDC claiming at least 80 killed so far. This on top of the already grinding lack of food and hyperinflation, leaving uncounted Zimbabweans hungry. Well, for his part, Robert Mugabe continuing his electoral campaign, saying his ZANU-PF party blameless in the violence. Video saying otherwise. New tapes coming to light documenting widespread panic in the countryside. This tape, made by U.S. diplomats in an undisclosed location, as much for their safety as for the locals on tape. Mobs seen fleeing thugs with weapons, those thugs clearly dressed with the ZANU-PF logos on their headbands. Well, we'll track developments there. But for in-depth news 24 hours a day, you can check out VOA's Studio 7. Radio and webcasts there for those who live and those interested in following in what happens in Zimbabwe. It's news, interviews, podcasts too, all in 3 languages, English, Shona, and Ndebele. Just go to voanews.com and search for Studio 7. A new project here at VOA that we've mentioned before, and we're mentioning again. It's a question that we're asking house-wide across VOA's 45 services. What is the single biggest issue facing your life? That's the question. And we're collecting your answers, and we'll be bringing them to you later. Now, this is the last day that we're asking this question, so go ahead and get those answers in soon in any form that you want. Our address, daily download at voanews.com. Oh, by the way, you'll want to keep that email address handy for another reason. You bet. We've got several brand new iPods sitting upstairs, and we'll be giving them away this summer, just like last year, now doubling the odds of your winning. So keep an eye out for that. When you're born, you get a ticket to the freak show. When you're born in America, you get a front row seat. Well, no one can say George Carlin wasn't clear with his words. And few would argue that he made words clearer for the rest of us. Sad, then, to report of his death Sunday in California of heart failure. The American comic, satirist, free speech cause, political iconoclast, and general complainer always chose just one word to describe himself: entertainer. Over a career spanning nearly 5 decades, he did a lot of that and more. Now, words meant a lot to Carlin. Much has been made of his 7 dirty words routine and subsequent court battles over obscenity. But 35 years more followed: records, books, movies, TV specials. And through it all, Carlin never compromised his beliefs or his delight with language and what it said about us. George Carlin was 71 years old. You know, we were going to lift a little clip of Carlin, but none of them really came close to doing justice. Well, he will be missed. Here's hoping you stop by tomorrow for another download. We'll see you then.